Hey everyone, I'm Scott Stokely, and this is my final round recap and tournament summary of the 2022 Masters Cup in Santa Cruz, California. And I am so unbelievably happy right now. Oh God, what a great day of golf. But first, I will recap the first 2 days because there was no reception at the traditional course. We played the first two rounds at the DeLaveaga disc golf course that's been there forever on the side of the mountain, and I didn't play great. A couple 990 rated rounds, one over each round. Not what I'm trying to shoot, certainly not happy with it, but I've been coming here long enough to know that DeLaveaga can be that way. If you're not hitting your lines, you just don't score. I didn't even have bad luck, didn't really throw many bad throws, but you're off a little bit. Like, that course just doesn't forgive you. So I didn't have a great rounds. I did, however, I was 94% Circle 1X putting, which is 14th in the tournament. So my Marvel is still just cashing everything inside 33 feet. I mean, top 10 at DDO. The last time they tracked it, the Marvel's great. And I'm super happy with that part of my game. So today we get out to the ball golf course, and it's a fantastic course. As far as ball golf courses go, it's about as good as it gets. It's not super hard, but it is hard. And there is OB and cliffs and all that stuff. And after a couple holes, I threw a shot. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. After a couple holes, I threw a shot just outside the circle, and I tossed my wizard in, and then I threw another one just inside the circle, but still 30 feet away, and I threw my Marvel in, and then I threw my approach shot on a par 4, 30 feet away, threw my Marvel in, and then I threw one 40 feet short on the next par 3, and I threw my wizard in, and I just literally canned every single putt that was in front of me. I missed 2 at the end of the round, but I shot 9 under par. Last I checked, it was 1062 rated, which would be my highest rated round of the year. But most important is that I felt like I'm just playing my game. I mean, I'm healthier. I'm just playing good golf, and it just feels so good. 1062 rated at my age is, God, it feels really good to know I can just put it together for 18 holes. I'm just thrilled. Started off the day in 71st place, and I moved into the cash probably almost certainly. And I forgot to announce, now I have to go look it up, but with the autism organization that the money's going to, I'll figure it out. But it's cool because I've cashed at 4 of my last 5 tournaments. So after this really slow start to get the season off the ground, I'm playing good golf. I took care of the E. coli the last few tournaments. I've been top 40, top 20, and top 40. Not my goal, but I'm not ashamed of it. I'm super proud that I'm actually doing this. I said 4 of my last 5. The tournament in Jonesboro where I was in the hospital 2 days before the tournament that I shouldn't have played. I ain't counting that one because it's my YouTube channel. I don't want to count it. But 4 of the last 5 tournaments I went out to and was competing in. I've cashed at every tournament since I got on the antibiotics a month ago, and I'm still on them for a couple more days. But woo, man, it's this is cool stuff. So, tournament summary of the tournament. So first off, everybody did a great job. All the spotters did a great job. The vendors had great merchandise for sale. The tournament, it ran smoothly. There was no controversies, everything that I know of anyways. Everything was marked well. I mean, they just did a fantastic job. The thing that makes the Masters Cup heads and shoulders above everything else, and I don't care if they get $1 million in the purse here, it's DeLaveaga. DeLaveaga is just a special course. It was considered a top or the top course in the world for, I don't know, 20 years, probably. And now it's not that it's not still an amazing course, but now there's a lot of great courses. So it's hard to say this is the best course in the world because there's so many good ones out there, but it certainly still holds up, which is amazing that a course that was put into the ground, forgive me if I get this wrong, but I believe the 80s, early 80s, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, The fact that that course still holds up today is amazing. What they've done is they've moved, it's the same holes, but they moved most of them like 30 feet away from the original locations, the baskets. They're still par threes, but every time they did that, they made the hole better, because there were holes that would be in today's game. These were really hard holes 20 years ago, but in today's game, with today's discs, with today's level of play, they would be, a lot of them, fairly routine holes. And they just moved them like 30 or 40 feet back, but instead of being able to just spike hyzer around the trees, like hit that first window, it's still tough to hit the window, but once you do, you're in. You now have to throw that hyzer that hits the first window, but then flattens out and penetrates forward, for instance. That little bit of distance makes the holes hard. Like, I'm not shooting one over on the course I played 20 years ago. You know, that one over would have been a 4 under, and I would have been feeling about the same. So it's awesome. The thing about DeLaveaga, it's only one word to describe this course, and that is, it's bipolar. And don't get mad at me in the comments thinking I'm making light of mental illness. Please, you guys know me. I wouldn't do that. And in fact, if you are bipolar and I just compared you to DeLaveaga, it's pretty much the biggest compliment you can give to any person, being compared to this, like, the most beloved course in the entire world, arguably. Here's why I say this, is that there's almost no greater feeling in disc golf than throwing a good shot at DeLaveaga. Like, you peer your lines here, and then the disc hits the ground, and it doesn't hit a root and pick up and roll down to the bottom of a cliff, and it settles. It's an amazing feeling. Probably the only feeling better is making a putt at DeLaveaga when there's a cliff behind the basket, and actually canning that 35-foot putt. And almost as good a feeling as canning that 35-foot putt is missing a 35-foot putt, but it hits the cage, hits the ground, stands up, wobbles a little bit, and then sits back down again. When, this course, the highs on this course are so high, you cannot play around with disc golf at DeLaveaga without having amazing moments and amazing shots. And some of those amazing shots could be a 50-foot approach shot that you execute. Amazing. When DeLaveaga is over you, whether it be for a hole or for a round, it's basically, it's like you're on a roller coaster and you're starting to feel nauseous and you realize you can't get off the thing. When DeLaveaga decides it ain't your day, it's not your day. Not a damn thing you can do about it. Now, you might say, oh, there's an element of luck to it. There's some randomness to the routes, for sure. It's okay here, because this is what this course is. This course has this element of, the course decides whether you're going to have a good round of golf or not. Well, I mean, you decide by throwing good shots, but then the course kind of just, like, if there were such a thing as disc golf gods, the disc golf gods are in control here, probably more than anywhere else. But that's what makes this thing so special. It's just, there's nothing more beautiful than playing disc golf at this course. It truly is. It should be on everyone's bucket list. So I know I'm just talking about DeLaveaga, but that's what's special about the Masters Cup. It really is. Now, they go out to the ball golf course, and I believe Jonathan Baldwin designed this. It's a fantastic ball golf course. It's, plays, I would say it's not easy, of course. I mean, but it's not one of these massively difficult shoot 2 under, you're thrilled ball golf courses. I mean, you want to score out here. But there's interesting shots, there's interesting lies, there's interesting challenges, there's interesting bunkers. There's still cliffs on every single hole because it's DeLaveaga. We're on the side of a mountain. You can still throw your disc off a cliff and have to go find it. So even the ball golf course is good here. They have to be out here because of coverage, because of reception, because it's way more spectatorable. The Masters Cup's about the old course, and it's been a real treat to play here. Thank you to everyone that's ever been involved in this tournament, especially those involved in putting the course in the ground. Like, you guys gave a gift to all of us. So thank you, everyone. Final, I'm gonna toss this in at the end. You can buy my marvels and my wizards at scottstokely.net. and I feel entitled to plug these because I was 94% Circle 1X for the first 2 rounds, which is really, really good. And then I had just an out of my mind putting around this round. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the putters because this was my weekend to putt. All right, thanks everyone.